Good afternoon. I'm here at the Guilda's Club Health Fair. Can you tell me who you are and what organization you work with?
I'm Joe Cavalli. I'm a co-chair with Bob Harvey of the Hackensack Us2 group, and I also facilitate the prostate networking group here at Guilda's Club.
Great. And what do you think is so important about the support groups?
Well, it's the first time you hear that you have prostate cancer. It's startling, and you don't know what to do. So the support group can provide much of the information that young men need to make a decision.
Do you notice a difference in the men that you've met who attend support groups and those who don't attend support groups?
Well, there's two types. The first is the newly diagnosed. They're the ones that are scared and come in, and they attend for maybe one or two sessions, and the vast majority of them then never come back because they've been treated. The ones who come back are unfortunately the ones that have side effects, such as impotence or incontinence, and those that recur, usually 5 years, 6 years after treatment. So as I said, the support group will have a mix of people.
And what happens in the support groups?
Well, we usually discuss if it's a newly diagnosed, we give him information that he needs and encouragement. And if it's someone with side effects, we'll direct them in an area where they can overcome the problem. And if it's recurrence, again, we'll give them an idea what kind of treatment is available for recurrence.
Now, right now, one of the controversies we've been talking about is the PSA exam and the U.S. government no longer recommending that men get PSA exam tests done.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
Well, first, it's the U.S. Preventative Task Force that's recommending it. The government hasn't done that yet. It's just this task force. I don't believe it. I think it does an injustice to men. I have a couple of little models here. If you look at this one, this is how men present today because of early detection, in which the cancer is very small. In the old days, before PSA testing, a man would present like this with a very large tumor.
Can you point to the cancer exactly for
Yeah.
everyone who...
Right here. It's broken through the prostate and it's into the surrounding tissue. That's a situation where most likely is going to mean death or long treatment. So I believe the PSA test is a valuable tool that every man has a right to know about and have done so that they can sit down with their urologist and have a meaningful talk about what to do.
As a member of a support group and as a leader of the support group, do you find it's difficult to get men to talk about these kinds of issues and convince them to be active with the issues?
Yes, it's very hard to get men. We've even concentrated on women to get the men in their lives to come into support groups. I get many phone calls from women trying to get their husband, significant other, a grandfather, a father to come, and there's a lot of resistance. They either want to bury their heads in the sand as to whether they have cancer or not, or they just don't want to talk about the side effects.
And how can we get men to talk about these things besides talking to the women in their lives?
Well, programs such as this one today where we can get to talk to people, and it would have been nice to have more men here today, but we do get out into the community, Bob and I and a couple of the other guys, and we'll speak to church groups or we'll attend community health fairs and talk to men and try to get them to understand that they have a responsibility to themselves and their families to get themselves checked, and if there is a situation, get it addressed.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.